guys, Father here, and welcome to another edition of Father at Home. Well, we got a good, considering we got a Mary Poppins remake and a Pete's Dragon remake, I'm not too happy with Disney now. I'm so unhappy with it. I thought I'd do a list of the top 10 worst Disney movies that ever made it. If you like any of these, that's fine. I apologize, but I'm just going to say in my own opinion. Welcome to the Mad. I put this pretty low on the list because it's a pretty inspirational story about a blind guy named Jace who can play the drums and tries out for the wrestling team. It's really nice and I really enjoy it, but there's just a lot of, it has its flaws. I mean, well, how predictable, first of all, is this love interest? I mean, Jace and Mary Beth are cute together, but it's like when you know something's gonna happen, the movie turns into a love story, and I didn't watch this for a love story. I'm a romantic man, but this doesn't do it. And also, why is Mr. Wyatt a character in here? I mean, Jace already knows that he can't do anything. Does they really need a blind person to do it? I also don't agree with the ending credit calling Tom and Patty by their last names. As that, I think we could have already done it better. This is a personal opinion, but but despite everything, it's still an interesting story, and I think I could forgive Disney for this one. Okay, The Odd Life of Timothy Green. Alright, this is the movie I think that officially got me to stop seeing movies based on trailers. I mean, the trailer, it seemed like Timothy Green was a really inspirational kid anybody would want to have, right? But when you see the movie, there's a whole lot of things about it that really doesn't add up. For instance, in the preview, there's this old man laughing, and this old lady says, I never heard him laughing like that in years. And then in the movie, that happens, but he dies afterwards. But I think I could have forgiven that, since it never says he will live. But in the movie, there's this one scene where he kicks a girl, but the trailer sets it up like she's a love interest. And the really one that had me taste the cake is in the preview when Timothy draws a picture of this girl. It looks like you see even an ugly person's beauty. What they don't tell you is in the movie, it actually ends up causing Cynthia her job. God, I hate this movie. Not to mention how predictable and sad it is. I won't tell you, but I am going to give you a hint, so may go to 4 if you don't want to hear this. It's when the movie starts within an orphanage talking about a kid they have, I don't think the kid is going to be with grandma. For God's sakes, please skip this one. Okay, the sword one is The Return of Jafar. I really enjoyed this movie as a kid, but the few times I've seen it reviewed, I really wondered why this even made it. I mean, a lot of people could do better reviews than I can, but I'll just say what I don't think is good about it. I mean, I don't think it does a whole lot with being creative at times. I don't think it's very original script. And the worst part, they didn't have Robin Williams, which won for it. It's this film was so bad, freaking Family Guy made an episode about how bad it was. I mean, it is totally worth a skip. Okay, Lizzie McGuire movie. I already gone over in another review about how bad this is, so I'm not gonna go too much again on like what it was so bad about it. But like one thing I really don't get is why didn't they just make this a TV movie or a direct-to-video sequel? That it might have at least been a good for consideration. Instead, we did this cinema piece of crap, and like it's just so terrible. I mean, for more details on why I don't like it, you can watch my bad movie face up, but this one takes the cake. So, I was gonna put Tuck Everlasting on this one, but since I don't want to put two movies on it I already reviewed, I'm not gonna do that. So, let's see, Spin. Oh, God, do I freaking hate this movie. Shoot, I mean, like, it's like, I found this movie on an 8-pack for sale, like, in the store, and I really thought it may be good. Like, remember Ryan Merriman? Well, he was a pretty big Disney star in his day, and when they gave him this one with Stanley Tucci playing his uncle, Disney thought it would be a good idea. Well, instead, the movie features alcohol and abuse. I couldn't watch it, and I turned it off. It was so bad. I mean, what an insulting thing to do. Thankfully, I was able to turn it off and save myself the torment of this. Enchanted. Despite me not liking this one, I'd like to see it get a sequel. I mean, some parts of it are creative, like how would the cartoon world work in the real world was pretty good. However, the rest of the music fucking sucks, and like there's just like and it's like the Hansel is just such an abusive person. And like, not to sound like a Peter thing, but I think I don't like all the stuff that goes on with the magic animals in it. I think that if they need to make a sequel with Hansel where he gets the whole movie handed to him, so I could look forward to the bad things that'll happen. That's good. I mean, it's up to you whether you want to watch this movie or not, but I'm going to definitely recommend skipping it. Let's see. Okay, this next Disney movie, oh God, gasp, is this awful. Inspector Gadget 2. It's like, nobody likes the first one, right? And what does Disney do? They go and make a second one. Incredibly, there was one good thing French Stewart did. He inspired my Halloween costume. I mean, like, first of all, let's look at how different the two are, okay? It's like, the first one, he actually wants to be a cop to make a difference and, like, to make the world a better place. In this sequel, he decides to, that he is it starts off with him pulling over an old woman because, like, for going 3 miles above the speed limit. Not even 3 miles, 0.3. What a bunch of bull, right? It's like, I really do not know why the hell anybody would do this. I mean, it's like, plus, not to mention, it doesn't even explain what happened to Brenda. I don't even think this is a sequel. I think this is they remade a movie and didn't tell anybody. For God's sakes, please definitely give this one a skip. Okay, Incredibles. Yeah, I'm sorry I don't like this film, okay? But what a lot of people feel about Cars, I feel about The Incredibles. Like, I saw this movie and I can't get into it. I mean, it's like a family of superheroes who wants to get together and take over like the #1 fan. I don't see anything exciting about it. I mean, like, I like superhero movies.
Sorry, buddy.
Okay, the only thing I really liked about it was Frodo. I mean, he was a pretty amazing character and he was on, but apart from that, I just couldn't get into the story. I mean, the card series I like because, like, it was a new idea that Pixar could do with it. Pixar had the right idea of what if a superhero retires, but I don't know, I'm not buying it. Okay, number 2, Peter Pan Return to Neverland. God, it's like, there are like movies like that you know you thank your parents to take you to, and you feel bad you did it too. Mine is Return to Neverland. God, man, does this film suck! I mean, it's like, I don't even know why I asked my dad to take me to see this piece of garbage. I mean, it's like I'm supposed to get into the idea of, like, we have seen a story, but with the daughter Jane, I can't get into it. I had no idea why I even want to see it. I know when we went to Disneyland for my birthday that year, and at the time, it was becoming pretty big, but still, I just really hated this film, and I could tell my family wasn't enjoying it. This is the kind of stuff that seems like a rejected direct-to-DVD sequel. By any means, skip this, please! And the number 1 pick is Flubber. Well, I feel bad for making my dad make me see Peter Pan. At least that I know he probably knew he wouldn't enjoy. Why, and I feel awful for making my sister sit through Flubber while I watched it originally. This film sucks! I mean, it's like, I really loved this as a kid and loved it religiously, but now, half the time when it's on, like, I really don't even enjoy it. I mean, I have nothing good to say about this film. Angelina, forgive me for making you watch this. Well, anyway, thank you. So, thank you guys, and I apologize again for what I said about Welcome to the Mat. Well, I don't like it. It is an inspirational story, and Mr. Wyatt was a good teacher. Well, thank you guys again for watching. Arrivederci.